The hits.
From the studios of Yes Man Radio, the first media academy radio in Nigeria, and we are transmitting live and direct from the stables of Yemi Sonde Media House, Yemi Sonde Christian Felele Express bus stop, right here in the city of Ibadan. We'll say good morning to you and to all Muslim faithfuls. I said Baraka Jimo to us all out there, wherever we are. Welcome on board to another edition of the program, the Newspaper Review. My name is Olatunde Ido. And I'm Inioluwa Akintayo. Good morning and thanks for joining us. You didn't tell everybody why you were not here yesterday.
We'll discuss that in private.
No, it's not about me. It's making Vanguard and the Nigerian Tribune.
I have the Nation and the Punch newspapers.
And checking now my first set of stories from the Tribune newspaper. Federal government spends 1.57 trillion naira on debt servicing, 1.61 trillion naira on personnel and pension.
My first story will be taken from the Nation newspaper. On the front page, government, Nigeria's economy businesses should key into 2.6 trillion.
Abduct two wives.
U.S. visa restriction, we've progressed on resolving misunderstandings, says Buhari.
Stop denying us weapons to fight terrorism, federal government tells world powers.
I collected $2.67 million cash from Adoke. Not me.
Oh, I was nervous.
The ex-Unity Bank MD tells court.
We sacked Vice Chancellor over financial recklessness, says Unilag.
Moving on to the Punch newspaper. My 3 layers of protection didn't stop me from contracting COVID-19. This statement is credited to Onyama.
Now, you're actually giving me some sentiments I'm just nervous about. All right. Nigeria records 373 new COVID-19 cases. Total now 48,116.
And of course, from the world of sports, PST show interest in Igalo.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that and we'll see how that pans out. Let's check out some of the major stories. Let's bring it to your listening pleasure this morning on the program, the Newspaper Review from Yes Ma Radio. We'll take a short commercial break. When we return, we'll go straight to the details of the day.
Hello, media practitioners. Are you a journalist, a broadcaster, advertiser, public relations manager, public speaker, or media manager? You can always get better and become more sought after. That's why you need constant brushing up of your expertise through acquisition of more training. Remember, life itself is a continuous learning process. Yes Media Academy is here to provide you with training in media practice from completely new perspectives. The world today is absolutely media driven, and you need to keep abreast of the operational media scholars, media practitioners of long-standing experience, and media entrepreneurs as our trainers and resource persons. You will enjoy every moment with them and be better equipped for the job. Application form is now available at 10,000 naira only. For more inquiries, call 0902-930-4704 and 080-355-29883 or contact Yes Media Academy on www.yselimited.
Thanks for joining us. I'll be taking my first story from Nigeria risks a return to recession, the second in 4 years, unless there is a strong third quarter economic performance, the federal government has warned. It explained that another recession will come with grave consequences. The government also warned that Nigeria faces significant medium-term fiscal challenges, especially in revenue generation, which, if not immediately addressed, could snowball into a debt sustainability crisis. Minister of State for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Clement Agba, spoke yesterday at an interactive session organized by the House of Representatives Joint Committees on Finance, Appropriation, Budgets and Economic Development, as well as Loans and Debt Management. Agba, who represented the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, said Nigeria is exposed to spikes in risk in the global capital markets. According to him, this situation puts further pressure on the foreign exchange markets as a result of foreign portfolio investors' exit from the Nigerian market. According to the minister, crude oil prices declined sharply in the mild market, with Bonny-Light crude oil price dropping from a peak of $72 per barrel on January 7, 2020 to $20 in April 2020 as a result of the $57 crude oil price benchmark on which the 2020 budget was based become unsustainable. You can get a copy of the Nation newspaper to read the full details of the story. It's a lengthy one. Yeah.
All right, it is a lengthy one. And
very lengthy, and we don't have much time to...
I'm going to take my first story, and it concerns us here at Yes Media Academy, and I'd like to let you know that admission is open for 2020. We are announcing the resumption of students into Yes Media Academy Ibadan, and today lectures begins today. If you have not registered, if you're not enrolled yet, why don't you avail yourself this opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of us here and make hay while the sun shines. Now, there are various courses readily available for us to participate in, from the basic media class for beginners, which is just for 3 months, and it takes place every Friday and Saturday. Master media class for professionals, it's also for 3 months, and it takes place every Friday and Saturday. Media management class for media managers, this actually for 2, also on a Friday and a Saturday. An executive class for chief executives, to have you come join us and turn your life into Nupeng Pengerson protests threaten nationwide strike. The National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, and Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Association of Nigeria, Pengerson, have threatened to embark on a nationwide strike. The unions threatened to go on strike with effect on Sunday if the federal government fails to pay their 3-month salary arrears. Expressing their displeasure with the development, the protesting members went to the headquarters of the Petroleum Trust Development Fund, PTF, claiming that the federal government is withholding their salaries since May 2020 for failing to migrate to the integrated payroll system. The union insisted that they are not against the integrated payroll system, but needed the clarification of gray areas before the implementation of the new scheme. One of the protesting members, speaking on behalf of his colleagues, lamented on the non-payment of salary. He said, and I quote, "For the past 3 months, we have not been paid our salaries. We have engaged with the government and IPPIS." If you're interested in that story, please check it out. It's available on virtually all the dailies this morning on paid salaries. Nupeng Pengerson protests threatening nationwide strike.
Moving on to my second story, U.S. visa restriction. We've progressed in resolving misunderstandings, says Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday said Nigeria had made progress in resolving issues that led to the suspension of the issuance of the United States immigrant visas to Nigerian passport holders. The president spoke in Abuja while receiving the report of the Committee on Citizen Data Management and Harmonization, chaired by Interior Minister Rauf Aregbesola. In a statement by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, President Buhari expressed delight that 2 of the 6 areas of concern addressed by the U.S. had been fully addressed. The committee was set up in February to address those contentious issues. The suspension, which came into effect on February 21, 2020, does not apply to other U.S. visas, such as those for official, business, tourism, and student travel. Praising the committee for doing a great job, President Buhari assured Nigerians and the international community of the timely implementation of the committee's recommendations after due consideration. You can pick a copy of the Nation newspaper on the page 6 to read the full details of the story. U.S. visa restriction. We've progressed on resolving misunderstandings, says Buhari.
Yeah, that would be a great one. Let them please, because I know we need to, our honeymoon is around the corner. 175 Nigerians stranded in Uganda return home. Or you don't mind Uganda?
No, not at all.
All right then. 175 Nigerians stranded in Uganda have returned home on Thursday. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCAM disclosed this in a tweet on its official handle. According to the agency, the returnees arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, around 1 p.m. Nigerian time. They all tested negative to COVID-19 and will proceed on a 14-day self-isolation as mandated by NCDC and PTF on COVID-19, NIDCAM said. 175 Nigerians stranded in Uganda return home.
I collected $2.6 million cash from Adoke. Not me. Ex-Unity Bank MD tells court. A federal high court in Abuja heard on Thursday how former Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Mohammed Adoke, paid $2,267,200 in cash in his house to a banker. Rislanuddin Mohammed, a former acting managing director of Unity Bank PLC, told the court that Adoke owed his bank 300 million naira. Mohammed said when the ex-AGF wanted to pay, he called him, Mohammed, to his house and handed him $2,267,200 in cash in a black bag allegedly taken from the boot of his car, that is Adoke's car. The banker who now works with the Bank of Industry BOI gave details of his relationship with Adoke while testifying as the second prosecution witness in the trial of the ex-AGF and a businessman Aliyu Abubakar on money laundering related charges. It's also a lengthy read. You can pick a copy of the Nation newspaper to read the full details of the story.
Broadcast code and illegality by Lai Mohammed. That's credited to the NBC chairman. You have writers that says NBC slams 5 million naira fine on radio station. NBC board chaired its own broadcast code. The National Broadcasting Commission NBC has handed down a 5 million naira fine on Lagos-based radio station Nigeria Info 99.3 FM over what is called professional misconduct. In a press statement by the management, which was circulated by Director of Public Affairs Ekanem Anita, the commission said it sanctioned the radio station for violating the Nigeria Broadcasting Code by its handling of the program Morning Crossfire, aired on August the 10th, 2020 between 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m., in which it featured a former CBN Deputy Governor Dr. Obadiah Malafia. It accused the station of providing its platform for the guests to promote unverifiable and inciting views that could encourage or incite to crime and lead to public disorder. The commission insisted that the action of the radio station was in total violation of the newly amended NBC code and directed it to pay the sum of 5 million naira to serve as deterrent to other stations. And let me just say, the sanction came as chairman of the board of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, Alhaji Ikra Bilbis, described the 6th National Broadcasting Code as an illegality perpetrated by the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, and Acting Director General of the Commission, Professor Armstrong Idachaba. Also, former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has kicked against the new National Broadcasting Code, describing it as a move to gag the media and prevent the fourth estate of the realm from performing its constitutional duties. Broadcast code and illegality by Lai Mohammed is credited to the NBC chairman.
Moving on to the Punch newspaper. My 3 layers of protection didn't stop me from contracting COVID-19. This statement is credited to Onyama. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Geoffrey Onyama, says though he had 3 layers of protection, they did not stop him from contracting the COVID-19 global pandemic. He described how he contracted and later underwent 3-week treatment of the infection. Onyema spoke on Thursday in Abuja at the joint national briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the minister, who was confirmed positive on July 19 after his fourth COVID-19 test, joined the list of governors and other prominent Nigerians who had contracted the virus. While some died of the complications of the virus, some survived to tell their stories. He said, and I quote, "I have to say that one of the things I was thinking about is that the PTF is like a military high command. It occurred to me that none has been tested positive. Maybe it was a good thing that a member of the team can now speak from experience and not just from hearing. COVID-19 is real. I used to have 3 layers of protection, but it did not stop that. I would like to say that the issue of stigmatization is nothing to be ashamed of. Anybody can get the virus and it is nothing to fear. It is not a death sentence." The minister added, and I quote, "I would like to use the opportunity to thank the medical crew in the isolation I was staying and very proud that they are Nigerians. We can be negative on ourselves, but for the 3 weeks in isolation, I cannot speak more highly of our medical crew, the most agreeable. I could even go back there for weekends. I really congratulate them for the work they did. My 3 layers of protection didn't stop me from contracting COVID-19, Onyema says. You can pick a copy of the Punch newspaper to read further on the story.
We would love to go on and on, but time is definitely against us, and it's about that time. We'll say a big thank you once again to you for being a part of us today. We'll be back again tomorrow on another edition of the newspaper review. On behalf of the entire transmission team, my name is Olatunde Ido.
And I am Inioluwa Akintayo. Good morning.